What's going on, everybody? We're here. Well, we're back. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Um, yeah. So we're back to George Carlin, and just briefly, I want to touch on how, for me, how the comparison was from Hicks to Carlin. Now, I like Carlin because he puts things to where it's blatant, but it's also easily digested, and he doesn't give you so much to where it's just overwhelming. Kind of like a sandwich, metaphorically speaking. Now Hicks, on the other hand, is very eccentric, very heavy. It was good either way. Um, I just was looking for more of a sandwich. He gave me like a buffet of knowledge. And I had to really ponder on some of the things he said, and I was like, damn, this is heavy. So heavy, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, the jury's still out on it. Like, I love Hicks, I love Carlin. I love stand-up comedians in general because they get to say what the general public thinks but can't on an everyday basis just because, I don't know, various reasons, whatever, I don't know, you name it. It's weird. It's very weird how people get awkward about certain subjects and things. But here we are, back with George Carlin. And in this video, if I'm not mistaken, he'll be talking about dealing with the homeless. Now, I seen it on my comments. I had to go kind of scroll through them, and I'm trying to get all the requests, but obviously that's like trying to clean all the garbage out of the ocean. Like, it's a magnitude of it. And yeah. But at any rate, we're just gonna get right into this. I hope everyone's doing good today. And let's just do this.
I don't understand our values. By the way, speaking of American values, aren't we about due to start bombing some small country that only has a marginally effective air force? Seems to me like we're a couple of weeks overdue to drop high explosives on helpless civilians. People who have no argument with us whatsoever. I think we ought to be out there doing what we do best, gang, making big holes in other people's countries. I hate to be repetitious, but God, we are a warlike lot, you know? We can't stand not to be fucking with somebody. We couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over, could we? Just couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over so we could go and play with our toys in the sand. Go play with our toys in the sand. And when we're not invading some sovereign nation or setting it on fire from the air, which is more fun, then we're usually declaring war on something here at home. Do you ever notice that? We love to do that, don't we? We love to declare war on things here in America. Anything we don't like about ourselves, we have to declare war on it. Don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. We got a war. It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving a problem. It's called declaring a war. We got a war on poverty, the war on crime, war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. But you ever notice there's no war on homelessness, is there? Nah, no war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that problem. There's no money in that problem. Nobody stands. It's true. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You could find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each. You'd see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. Now, so, I got an idea for homelessness. You know what they ought to do? You know what they ought to do? Give the homeless their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. It would make them feel better, for one thing. That's a sure sign of making it in this country. Every group in this country that makes it and arrives at a certain level has its own magazine. You have Working Mother magazine, Black Entrepreneur magazine, Hispanic Business magazine. In fact, any activity engaged in by more than 4 people in this country has got a fucking magazine devoted to it. Skydiving, mountain climbing, snowmobiling, backpacking, bungee jumping, duck hunting, shooting someone in the asshole with a dart gun, jerking off. They probably have a magazine for that. I'm sure they have. I know they have a magazine. Walking. There's actually a fucking magazine called walking. Look, Dan, the new walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other. Give them their own magazine. Give them. Give the homeless their own magazine. You know what you call it?
You know, that just kind of gives me an idea of, I was thinking about, well, I was watching Malcolm in the Middle the other day, and there was an episode in where Hal met this proactive speed walking group. And, you know what, I'll just show you.
Watching the gods return to Olympus.
Oh, hello. Excuse me. Hey, what is this called?
We're race walking.
I've never seen anything like it. The style, the grace.
Well, it's not all just about looking good. It's the best low-impact aerobic exercise ever invented, despite what you hear from all those Tai Chi punks.
Yeah, but how do you do it?
Well, the International Race Walking Federation specifies you must have one foot on the ground at all times.
What?
And your front leg must remain straight until it's completely under you.
Something like this?
Hey, I think you got it. Look at that, guys. I think we got ourselves a natural.
Hey! Whoa! Look at me. I can walk. Hello, everybody.
It's a natural.
I have to tell you, Hal, I've never seen anybody take to the sport as fast as you. What's it been, 3 days? Already you're better than I am.
Now, it's not about the competition. I mean, it's not a race, right? Whoa! He's like,
It's only a matter of time till we're surrounded. Now, we've got to get word to Allied Command, but any radio messages will be intercepted.
You think I don't know that? I've sent for our secret weapon.
You called for me, sir?
Corporal, I don't need to tell you the fate of the entire free world depends on you delivering this message to Allied Command by morning.
My God, that's 60 miles away. I'll say hello to the boys at HQ for you over waffles, sir.
Let's just thank God he's on our side.
Oh my God, it's Wheeler.
he must be back from the Nationals. On your left.
On your left.
On your right.
On your left.
Right.
But yeah, that was
Look,
that.
Dan, the new walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other. Give them their own magazine. Give them. Give the homeless their own magazine. You know what you call it? Better crates and cartons. Then when they get finished reading it, they can use it to line their clothing. That's a good, sound business solution. That's the kind of answer you get from a conservative American business manager. Yeah, let them read it. When they get finished reading, they can use it to plug up the holes and then piano crates they all seem to like to live in. A good, sound, practical, conservative American business solution. I'll tell you what they ought to do about homelessness. First thing, change the name of it. Change the name of the condition. It's not homelessness, it's houselessness. It's houses these people need. A home is an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses, physical, tangible structures. But where are you going to put them? Where are you going to build them? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard. People don't want any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house, try to open up a rehab center for drugs or alcohol, try to build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about. Big, generous American nation. Ask an Indian about that. Ask an Indian how generous this country is. If you can find one, you got to locate the Indian first. We've made him just a little difficult to find. Or if you need current data, select the black family at random and ask them how generous this country has been. People don't want anything near them, even if it's something they believe in, something they think society needs, like prisons. Everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants more prisons. That's the new answer to all of our problems. Lock a lot of motherfuckers up. Everybody wants more prisons. They say, build more prisons! But not here. Well, why not? What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong with having a prison in your neighborhood? It would seem to me like it would make it a pretty crime-free area, don't you think? You think a lot of crackheads and muggers and pimps and hookers are going to hang around in front of a fucking prison? Bullshit, they ain't coming anywhere near it. What's wrong with these people? All the criminals are locked up behind the walls. If a couple of them do break out, what do you think they're going to do? Hang around? Check real estate trends? Bullshit. They're fucking gone. That's the whole idea of breaking out of prison, is to get the fuck as far away as you possibly can. Not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them. Except military bases. They don't mind that, do they? No, they like that. Give them an army base. Makes them happy. Why? Jobs. Jobs. Self-interest. Even if the base is loaded with nuclear weapons, they don't give a fuck. They say, well, I'll take a little radiation if I can get a job. Working people have been fucked over so long in this country, those are the kind of decisions they're left to make. I got just the place for low-cost housing. I have solved this problem. I know where we can build housing for the homeless. Golf courses. Perfect. Golf courses. Just what we need. Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods. Land that is currently being wasted on a meaningless, mindless activity engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to get together to make deals to carve this country up a little finer among themselves. I am getting tired. Really tired. I am getting tired of these golfing cocksuckers in their green pants and their yellow pants and their orange pants and their precious little hats and their cute little golf carts. It is time to reclaim the golf courses from the wealthy and turn them over to the homeless. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much fucking room in this country. Too much fucking room in this country. It is an arrogant game on its very design alone. Just the design of the game speaks of arrogance. Think of how big a golf course is. The ball is that fucking big. What do these pin-headed pricks need with all that land? There are over 17,000 golf courses in America. They average over 150 acres apiece. That's over 3 million acres. That's 4,820 square miles. You could build 2 Rhode Islands and a Delaware for the homeless on the land currently devoted to this meaningless, mindless, arrogant, elitist, racist. There's another thing. The only blacks you'll find in country clubs are carrying trays and a boring game for boring people. Did you ever watch golf on television? It's like watching flies fuck. And a mindless game. Mindless. Think of the intellect. Think of the intellect it must take to draw pleasure from this activity. Hitting a ball with a crooked stick and then walking after it. And then hitting it again. I say, pick it up, asshole. You're lucky you found the fucking thing. Put it in your pocket and go the fuck home. Go the fuck home. You're a winner. No.
Damn.
No chance of that happening. Dorco in the plaid knickers is going to hit it again and walk some more. Let these rich cocksuckers play miniature golf. Let them fuck with a windmill for an hour and a half or so. See if there's any real skill among them.
Oh, damn.
I know there are some people who play golf who don't consider themselves rich. Fuck them! And shame on them. for engaging in an arrogant, elitist pastime. Hey, here's another place we could put some low-cost housing: cemeteries. There's another idea whose time has passed: saving all the dead people in one part of town? What the hell kind of a superstitious, religious, medieval bullshit idea is that? Plow these motherfuckers up, plow them into the streams and rivers of America. We need that phosphorus for farming.
Oh, man.
If we're gonna recycle, let's get serious.
Man. Oh God. I like golf. I'm not even joking. I used to play golf quite avidly. But damn, like, and that's another reason why I like Carlin. Carlin was just so passionate about it. He had me second guessing golf for a minute there. Like, not to say that, like, I get where I completely get where he's coming from. Like, completely. With that being said, he's got some points. I think some people will be kind of pissed for having their loved ones dug up, though. You know, that's, now that I think about it, it makes sense. But yeah, people just have this tradition where they like to go see their the gravestone of their loved ones. I mean, that would be interesting. But it's also interesting that a lot of these things that he's saying in this video, how you look back on it, and how this has come to pass, and like some of this is still ongoing, and how much of a visionary Carlin was. Like, he's seen things, and man, if only he could see how things were in 2019, all the things that are going on and all the things that are amidst. It's quite interesting. But let's on a positive note. That's just one side of the coin. People always are up to no good. People are always plotting. People are always scheming. So that's a side of it. A very dirty, dark side of it. But on the flip side, there's also a lot of positive things going on. And that's more or less what I truly like to focus on. That's why I love comedy. Because, like, it makes you think about these things. But then you get to look at the opposite and the flip side and be like, hey, overall, I think as a human species, we've made it far. Like, really far. So far in which that we're probably, I mean, this might be an arrogant thing to say, but I think we're at the pinnacle of our existence in the sense that, I mean, think about it right now. Just this act of me communicating with you all from my house to your house or wherever you are at, and how, let's just say 50 years ago, you couldn't do such a thing. Like, that's an amazing technology. And sure, on the flip side, there's I don't know, what is there? Trollers, there's nonsensical videos, there's pranks, and there's, you can always point to the negative side of anything. But overall, a lot of good things are being shared on here. Like, like amazing things. I'm just in awe by it all. And not to get away from the subject of Carlin, but it's just, like I said, he was very, very much on his game as far as the things that he talked about and the things that he knew. I hope you all enjoyed that little clip too from the Malcolm in the Middle. I was just watching it and I thought about it. That actually inspired this video today, because I was just like, that's a thing. Like, power walking is a thing with people. Like, and I get it. For those people who can't run, that's something you all can do. But I don't know if it's an actual sport. Maybe it is. I didn't even take the time to research it enough to see if it was an actual sport. But he's right. There's a magazine for damn near everything. I could talk for hours, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna let you all go. With that being said, and everything that's been said in the video, you know, just kind of marinate on that. Things are still good, and things are improving. Like, you know. So I look at the bright side of things. It's not all bad. It's really not. It's really good. I'll talk to you all later.